damage.
The quill sprays actually like completely fucked the birds as well. Like they killed them in like 3 hits or something like that.
Yep. Yeah, I think the Bristleback pick is actually really, really strong, just solely for laning. So we'll see how it works, but also remember that Nyx and Visage are actually pretty greedy supports, right? Like they need levels pretty badly. Visage definitely needs 6. Even having like an early medallion, definitely a good thing. And Morphling is, well, he's Morphling.
Well, Nyx isn't going to be a support, really. He's an offlaner in this case, isn't he?
Well, he could be. Yeah.
I think he's going to offlane.
Yeah, you're right. He'll be offlane, which that means that the Enchantress and Visage will have to zone him. So,
which they technically could do.
He'd have to spend a lot of time doing it. I think they might just say, okay, the Bristleback's going to get some experience and just sit in the jungle or try to gank mid or something.
Okay.
Because ganking an XR Invoker isn't really that hard.
With Enchantress, like 2 creeps nearly at the start of the game. It's so scary. If you get the right ones, it's kind of a lot about luck on Enchantress, isn't it? Because like, you can go into the jungle and you can just get like the birdies, which are kind of cool for winning the lane, but you're not going to kill with a bird.
Bird is the best creep you can get.
I don't know. I like the laser. The laser harpy, I think, is the best creep.
Yeah, the one that has the chain lightning, right?
Yeah, I think he actually does way more damage than...
The reason I say the bird is the best creep is actually you could use the bird to get like level 5 in 3-4 minutes.
Yeah.
You stack the camps and you just tornado.
Yeah, like for yourself.
Like for yourself.
For killing or abusing people.
Sure. All right, looks like we're jumping into the game. We don't see any level 1 smoke from Roches.
I like this.
What do you like, Andy?
I like that RoX.KIS are doing a 2-1-2.
Dazzle Bristleback.
Makes way more sense because, okay, say for instance MYM have that Morphling, Visage, Enchantress lane. Just a solo Bristleback, then Sidoi definitely struggles, right?
Yep.
But you put a Dazzle into the mix, and then all of a sudden they can actually just go for kills.
Yep. So I think MYM has to play this very differently. Like the Visage normally would just zone the Bristleback out. In this case, I don't think he can even do that. He's going to have to try to go for pulls, get some experience, and maybe go for an early fight.
They checked Roshan with poke, like, just in case.
Don't want to have to remake that.
Yeah, exactly.
Skill stats. I really do like the 2-1-2 way, way more. Because, honestly, the Nyx won't be able to really go to the wave that much anyway. Because Tree actually will be able to out-harass him. Especially if he's close enough to BZZ to get Lunar Blessing, which is another 14 damage on top of that. With that, he hits for over 100. He hits for 102 damage at level 1 if he has Lunar Blessing. That's unbelievable.
And he's pretty quick as well.
I mean, for a Tree, yeah, he's pretty fast. Well, actually, he has what I would call the base move speed, 300, so... I want to see the new one. The new 300 movie.
Yeah, well, that's another one. We have.
I don't know how they're going to make that movie. Didn't like everybody die at the end?
Yeah, but they're going to get reborn.
There were only 300 of them, that's the thing.
Yeah, they get reborn.
It's not like every single Spartan died in the movie. Jeez, man. Did you actually see the movie? That's right, you don't watch movies.
Yeah,
I always forget that.
The only like American movie I watched recently, which I absolutely loved, was Frozen.
I still haven't seen that, actually.
You have to watch that.
Bruno and I sing Frozen songs all day.
Yep. We do the duets. Yeah. Works pretty fine.
Your phone, Bruno.
Pretty good.
You're looking at it like 80% of the time, like all the time.
Yeah,
I have the streaming here.
Just looks at his phone the whole day. And it beeps non-stop.
And he can't mute it.
I fixed it.
Look at this guy. Look at this guy blocking. See, this is good. This is actually something that I wish that my supports did when I was playing against a solo offlaner. Blocking the hero from actually pulling the large camp into the wave.
Yeah, so right now actually RoX.KIS is getting a lot of early game work done. So not only is Sidoi getting that experience, or at least a little bit, Yo was also able to drop his observer ward first, and then thus seeing the place that the enemy team has dropped observer, so he got quick sentry and dewarded 2 observers. So right now, MYM is playing blind on the map.
When you're playing Bristleback here, do you learn the snot at all? Like, when do you learn the snot? Because I always feel that you don't have enough mana to use the snot.
Well, the thing about Bristleback is, if you do get an early rank into snot, you have to never use your mana any other time unless you're going like all in, right?
Yeah.
Like you can't just spam it once or twice for CS, otherwise you're never going to have the mana pool to actually go for a kill. So if you go like just 1-1-1 or 1-2-1, which I think is pretty standard, all you have to do is make sure that you hold your mana at mid. Yep, they're going on solo. It's going to be dropping low, and that's going to be your first blood. Exist picks it up. 956 gold to his name at 2 minutes, not bad.
Yeah,
nice rotation coming out from MYM.
So we're going to see those quick phase boots, I guess, coming out from Exist, and hopefully he's going to dominate the lane a little bit more. As for the bristleback, I think the 1-2-1 is actually quite standard. Maybe with the Dazzle, you change your build a little bit in lane, because maybe you don't need a Snot as much. So.
What is the Snot's like 30 mana? It's like really hard as well.
Yeah,
30 mana
at every rank.
But actually, Bristleback does have one of the more deceptively high int gains. He's actually one of the highest strength hero with int gains, so you do actually get a ton of mana in the early game.
Oh, and Vincere and Yol. I think they might be able to go for a kill here. Unfortunately, Sadoy is not level 3, so he doesn't have level 2 quills. He just throws the heal bomb out, but Yol needs to be careful. He does not have a point in the grave. Now he's going to see the Chris coming in with a Centaur. There's all assumption away for him from Unicorn from the wave, and they get themselves yet another kill. So, prior to the draft finishing, we both said that MYM has a tendency to not pick for the late game, but they have a Morphling now.
Yep.
So Morphling is one of those very, very hard carries as well. Although he carries, I would say, in a different way than a Luna, where Glaives just kind of annihilate everyone during the team fight. Morphling can just pop a hero, right? Like, just kill it instantly.
And very similarly to Luna, Morphling is one of those heroes that could contribute early as well. We just saw Waveform coming in, giving him the ability to come in for a quote-unquote KS, get himself a lot of gold. Looks like he's going to go for a quick treads, which, not too bad.
Do you think Tree counts as Morphling in a small way? Because if Tree puts the armor on Dazzle, like late game, it'll do way less damage, and he might have time to shadow grab himself.
It only takes 80 damage, I think, per instance at max rank. Yeah, so it blocks 80 damage of the combo, and it's 3 spells. So basically it negates 240 damage.
Which is actually pretty significant.
Yeah, but if you imagine that a late game Morphling combo does anywhere from like 1,000 to 1,500 damage, it's kind of like a drop in the bucket. I'm not saying it won't save him. I'm just saying it's not really that big. Yeah. It's only good, in my opinion, in situations where the heroes are auto-attacking a lot, because that's the majority of your damage during the early game, which is why they had to nerf tree armor. Not because it was good late, but because it made you pretty much invincible.
And immune to towers.
Yeah.
Remember the Weaver tree things? Oh my god.
That was even before Weaver Abaddon started happening, and that was pretty much the same thing.
I think Bristleback Abaddon is actually really fucking strong.
Anything with Bristleback is good, or anything with Abaddon is good.
Yes.
What heroes, man. But RoX.KIS, they still maintain the farm lead. I mean, BZZ's got 23 and 13 right now. He's slightly ahead of the Morphling on the side of MYM, but of course Unicorn has a kill. So everything's more or less even at this juncture.
Looks like they might actually set up a gank on Solo on the mid lane here. Nyx Assassin roaming all the way from top.
Running straight into the tomato.
Gonna get the slow off, but Sadoy wants to go for quick. Goblax here too, throws in the leech seed. Oh, nice, Grave keeps himself alive, and he's gonna be able to TP out. No adaptive strike on Unicorn just yet, as to be expected, but that was close.
Yeah, are they going to actually come down the mid lane? Looks like they are. They have Living Armor. Dreamcore is going to get used. Where's the Living Armor not being used just yet? Mana Burn comes out. The Impale's going to hit, and Solo's going to go down the tower, focusing on Ace. Not going to die there. So another good pick on Invoker. One of the, you're used to saying that MYM has a fairly greedy support lineup. That Invoker needs a ton of levels.
And so lot too. Sadoy might be in trouble. Level 3 waveform. Here comes the Soul Assumption and the Ursa Clap to follow it up. Are they going to have enough damage from the slow? He pops the self, but it doesn't do enough. Crit gets himself a kill.
All right. I mean, again, I'm just, every time I see Morphling, I'm always impressed of how much damage he can do early game and how much distance he could cover.
Yeah,
not many other carry hero could have that kind of early game impact in terms of forcing a kill. And we see Unicorn doing it 2-3 times now.
Oh, he needs to be careful now. He does not have a wand. Which
why doesn't he not have a magic wand?
I think it's because he wasn't expecting to necessarily be fighting that much. Although I'm not sure if that's justified reasoning, honestly. I mean,
I
think he's against the Bristleback.
I actually think if you have a magic stick, you increase your farm rate because you're against the Bristleback. You just get free waveforms every once in a while.
It could be, but how much are you farming the woods at this point in the game? Because the only way it technically would increase your farm is if you were killing the wave so fast that you could jungle.
Yeah.
Like really reasonable right now.
Yeah, he is going to get a quick Midas, despite having a boots to supplement his survivability.
Well, he is like really slow, and against Bristleback, you don't really want to get run down at all. Like he'll chase you and annihilate you if you don't have boots.
It's Midas versus Midas. BZZ's going to get himself a Midas too, but I think the Morphling is he's actually going to be done with his before BZZ finishes his Midas.
Boots on Luna though.
Does he?
Or not Aquila.
Bassi, yeah.
Bassi.
But I think he started with the Ring of Protection, so I mean, more or less they have the same money.
Yeah. One thing I'm somewhat inclined to disagree with Midas on Luna is that I feel like she fills her inventory so fast. Like with things like drums, BKB, Ring of Bacula, maybe a Yasha, maybe a lifesteal.
But if you go Midas, I think you don't buy drums, you know? Like you
Yeah,
say, that
I'm saying,
inventory
but
slot.
regardless, you're going to get a lot more of the other smaller items that you have to ditch your Midas somewhat quite early. So
What do you think about just instead of Midas and Luna getting a helmet of Dominator? I feel it serves kind of the same purpose with second agents or even jungle camps.
The thing is, if you get a Dominator and you're playing in a competitive game, the
They
other
will
team is just going to
ward
ward your Ancients. Like,
Well, you can still stack like the big camp in the jungle or something.
that's true.
yeah, you could do that. I just think that the Midas is more of a guaranteed investment, and he might just get a Dominator too, honestly, because even though it's considered a greedy build to go Midas Dominator, it still transitions into a Satanic, which is a full like 6-slot item.
Yeah.
So it's like Lumi was saying earlier, balancing your inventory slots a little bit better. So,
Yep.
we'll see.
I think the most important thing to point out right now is that Puck, being played by Exist now, has 2,000 gold. So he's going for any boots upgrade and going straight for a Blink. And given how well his team and himself been playing so far, I think a Blink would really solidify their early game advantage. If you could kill Solo one more time, or if you could kill BZ one more time, that could really give them the early game lead that they're looking for.
See how passive Solo's playing in the middle.
Godblack's behind the tower here. Yeah, he knows Ace is around. Vendetta just wore off, but they don't have any vision of the high ground by the towers, so unfortunately, at least for the time being, Ace is kind of wasting a bit of time.
About Solo's decision to actually go for Hannah Midas, despite getting killed already twice, like he doesn't even have boots on the mid lane against a Puck. I feel that's almost suicidal.
Yeah, but he needs the experience, you know? He needs to recover.
Okay, well,
I mean, it's called a recovery Midas for a reason, man.
I suppose. The Blink Dagger is online, and I don't think Puck is solo kill an Invoker, especially with Tree backing him up. But with any +1, they should be able to do it with ease, especially against a bootless Invoker.
Yeah.
This Invoker.
Oh, bottom.
Uh-oh.
It's gonna get stunned. Yeah, wait for mid, and yeah, just exploded. Nice bird stuns there for Mini. Actually didn't overlap that much, but he still didn't have time to get a Grave off, so well done.
So we were saying that we like this 2-1-2 because it guarantees Bristleback some farm, and he is getting farm, but at the expense of a Dazzle that's died 2-3 times now.
Honestly, it was more of misplay than it was because of the lane itself. And
Like
Crit
him
didn't
being in the jungle.
Yeah, Crit didn't even go bottom first, right? Like he went mid. He killed Solo before he even went to bottom lane, and he didn't get the kill. It was mid who got the kill, so he didn't benefit from the kill other than the fact that Exist got first blood gold. So it's like it didn't make his gank any stronger. You know what I mean? When he went bottom for the first time, it simply was just misplays.
All right, looks like we have Exist popping his Invis rune and straight TPing up to the top lane. Ace is also Invis thanks to Vendetta, and they're looking for the Luna, but Luna, well, BZZ is perfect. He sends
That
something
game sense,
Sentry.
yeah.
Yeah, look at
Okay.
this preparation from RoX.KIS.
Oh, he's baiting
what?
it.
Okay, well,
He's-
nice bait, though.
Well, he instantly died.
Guys, I'm gonna walk in the jungle and bait the initiation, okay?
Well, the thing is,
didn't expect the
he
blink.
only saw Nyx.
Yeah.
He didn't see the puck. So I get why he would do that, you know, because he's like, oh yeah, I'm a free kill, I'm a free kill. Oh crap, there's two of them.
It was the silence really that killed him there.
It
Well,
was
space
trap.
created though. Solo got his Midas, so
Yeah. Bottom, Sadoy could be in some trouble. He's going to get stunned by one bird. Here comes the second. Soul Assumption right in the
Jeez.
back, and he just explodes. He is not really having a great time.
no, he's not. I mean, Bristleback is level 7, and Mini on the Visage is level 8. Yeah,
He's so fat. He's 202 on Mini.
this reminds me of Visage back in the days of like the pre-nerfs, where you just walk out of the lane as a support, have like 5 kills.
What did they change on this?
Oh, middle.
about that later.
Solo. Rest in peace. Even the tree armor is not going to do him any good. It's a lot of MYM, and now Yol. He still has Grave for himself. Unfortunately, he couldn't get close enough to Solo to use it. He will be able to chase off Exist. This game
What did
is,
they change on Visage? Sorry.
They made Soul Assumption mana cost much higher now. It used to be like 170, now it's 200. So the lane fights last much longer before, so you could chuck out multiple Soul Assumption with the lower mana cost. Also, trialing versus trialing was much more of a common thing, and when you have spells flying about, your Soul Assumption charges fully very quickly.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
So
yeah, there you go.
Thank you.
It still scales down in mana, though. So the level 4 Soul Assumption is not really that hard to use. Like, you can use it, like, I think 3 or 4 times. Which is usually by then the team fight's over, you know? Because if you have enough time to charge that many souls in a fight, then there is a ton of
and you can
damage
chuck
done.
out 4 Soul Assumptions, you
Yeah.
should win the fight, yeah. Looks like RoX.KIS is going to get a tier 1 push on the top lane. Going to be a little bit hard here against Exist as well as Ace, both kind of spamming down the wave. They do not have a glyph though, so if a fight gets ugly, RoX.KIS
Solo
push down
doesn't
the
have
tower.
boots, yeah.
Boots, man. Got a hand of money, don't need boots.
I mean, look at how well that did for Bone 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, but, well, actually, yeah, he's going for the Bone 7 right now.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
0-3-0. That is very, very unfortunate for him. But he's still, well, yeah, he's a full level behind Exist. But that's fair because Exist has been involved in 4 kills.
Yeah. But right there, that's a pretty juicy coil. Exist does not, I guess, take it.
The trouble is, though, when you coil, you don't really have any backup. Like, it's pretty far away, the backup. So
Well, Mini wasn't there yet, but he is now.
Yeah.
So I feel like if they wanted to go, they could just kill Yull instantly.
They need to send the birds in kind of first, though, don't they?
Yeah, I think Exist could blink in aggressively. He's got max silence. They're just playing it very, very passive. The other thing is, Sadoy, like, he has a Vanguard, but I don't really know if I like Vanguard against MYM. I mean, Enchantress is pure damage, Nyx is pretty much all magic damage, Puck is pretty much all magic damage, Visage is kind of half and half, and Morphling is...
Half and half, I guess.
Yeah, I guess half and half, too.
So what would you recommend? Like a cloak into...
I would probably just go casual cloak and make like treads
Mid
or
lane
mech
here,
or something.
Blink Coil against Solo. The Raining Rift is right there as well. Did not lack of boots. Well, I don't think it would really matter. The Grave did not come in time. Yo TPing a little bit too late. And that's yet another kill. Crit is also on a killing spree. And again, that's exactly what we expect out of an MYM game. They dominate early, they dominate fast, and they put a ton of pressure. The question is, are they turning it into any game objective? And quickly looking, we have 3 towers, tier 1 towers standing for RoX.KIS. So far, nothing transitioned into more of a solid victory for MYM.
Yeah, but you still have to say that they're playing
Yeah,
it very
no,
well. This
they're
is
only
standard
hard.
MYM, though, right?
Yeah, 9-1.
Like they always do this during the early game. They always have
Yeah.
really good rotations. They know exactly where to be, and their team fight just kind of gets lackluster the longer the game goes on. But Unicorn's been free farming, man. He's right up there with the BZZ.
4,000 goalie here. Hannah Midas being used on Morphling.
They have the same CS, like exactly the same.
They're looking at Roshan. This is manly, but they have full vision and they have a sentry down, so they know that there's nothing around here from MYM.
I mean, they have a Vanguard on Sadoy, and he has living armor with Goose, so they could actually tank it quite easily. They have the damage coming in from Solo as well as BCZ. But here comes a Puck. Invis.
No coil.
No coil, that's a big point.
Oh, they're going to drop a ward. Going to throw an orb into the pit. Here comes the Panic Eclipse, I guess. Ace walks in, pops the Carapace, gets a stun off on BCZ. He's still going to be fine for the moment, though. And this is more or less just both teams given some guff, I guess. No one's really committing that hard. Ace ends up going down eventually.
Did you see the Midas on Solo?
Yeah.
He Midas just as the center was with the clock.
The coil's back online, though, so Exist is looking for that 2-3-man target coil.
Oh, the birds are going to scout.
Yeah, Exist is going to throw it out. Sadoy's low. He's going to blink right. He's going to go for the Courier Steal. He does get the Aegis. What a player here. And MYM is just descending upon the Roshan pit. Here comes the Overgrowth, but it's not really doing too much. And MYM's going to clean up. At the end of the day, a 3-for-2 trade. Looks like an Aegis is going to pop for Exist. Huge victory. Did they even get the last hit?
No.
No, it was a snatch.
It was a snatch.
It was a snatch.
Okay. So I guess RoX.KIS got a little bit of experience.
How
They're
many
gonna lose to
Aegis
tier 1.
steals have we seen in the Dream League so far? Like
Too many.
Too many.
Yeah, it nearly feels like one every game.
Like,
I don't know, man. There have been a lot of them.
yeah.
Like at least 5, anyway.
That hurts RoX.KIS so bad, though. I mean, they didn't lose their Luna, I guess. And he wasn't level 11 when he eclipsed, although, let's be honest, that eclipse was, like, not great.
Yeah, the Enchantress
Not
creeps
great.
as well.
Yeah.
Thank God.
But he's almost got a BKB and BZZ. That'll be helpful. My question is, like, after you lose a Roshan like that, what is your game plan? Because now you really have to just play fully defensive, and I think the MYM might start just taking towers, especially if they can pick off Solo again here top.
Yeah, we're gonna see I mean, I don't even need coil.
Yes.
Just impale straight up.
Nice
Blink silence. Orbs, right clicks. Easy peasy for MYM.
Lemon squeezy.
That's something Day 9 would say. Right, Day 9?
Yeah.
Okay.
All I'm going to say is, I'm so happy Exist didn't make Fade's boots. I'm going to say this entire game is because he didn't make Fade's
Yeah,
boots.
sure, you know.
Well, you think phase boots are worse than brown boots?
Well, I think that in some cases it's better to just completely forgo upgrading boots, which he has done.
Yeah.
Like, he just decided not to upgrade them at all because he knows that he can get a blink that much faster and then make stuff happen during mid-game, which is fine. And if he can make his way to a Hex just that much faster because now he has an ultimate orb, then I think it's pretty good.
It's pretty hard to play Bristleback from behind. Like, it's one of them
Dyer's
heroes
top
that
tower
if you don't have a good start, it's pretty fucking difficult.
Your job is supposed to be running at them. Any hero who is supposed to tank damage from behind is awful. Same reason why Axe is awful, because he needs to be ahead. No, I mean like awful in a position where you're not just crushing the enemy, right? So even if you have equal farm or comparable farm, you're still not going to do well. The heroes just need a lot.
That's probably why they're giving the Ancient stack to the Bristleback instead of the Luna.
Yeah.
Well, I know.
They're just
I don't
greasing
think
them up for them.
Just a little bit of lube, man.
Yeah.
It's fine.
He's piking a few of them.
Go on, get that one. Oh, yeah.
The casual cloak really badly.
You robbed most of them, in fairness.
But I think it's fine, just because BZZ should still get his BKB money off that, and he does. Just barely.
Which of a side rant going out? Why do they call it the cloak now instead of a Planeswalker cloak?
I don't know, maybe...
Because Planeswalker cloak is more of a Magic the Gathering thing. It's
I was going to say, it's Magic. Maybe they got angry too.
I don't know.
Everyone's just pissed.
No, you can't have skeletons or kings in your game. You can't have anything that involves walking on another plane.
Dyer's bottom tower.
And there's centaurs
For
as well.
those of you guys that care, I know that the guys in R&D of Magic, they do actually play Dota. And they're a
Really?
big fan of
Really?
the game. Yeah, they try to make a couple cards that look like Dota heroes.
Aren't they in Seattle as well?
Yeah, they are. They actually gather in Valve and they play Magic sometimes. And
Pretty
it's
cool.
Tier 1, being sieged.
Yeah, RoX.KIS,
Radiant structures
they want something,
fortified.
and this is probably one of the better times, I guess, to try, because Morphling still doesn't have that much, and they're going to be more or less playing this as a 4v5, although he is sitting in base right now. He might be able to TP to the tier 1. Cliff was already used. Tower dropping quite a bit lower. Maybe they just want to go for the deny. This is teleporting in. Are they going to choose to fight this? Nope, guess not. They're just going to run Overgrowth on pretty much just many Exist blinks. Retreats out. Decent stun coming out from Ace. Buys Mini a little bit more time, but he will eventually go down. Coil's going to be used defensively. Hits on 4. But I don't really think they want to fight this.
They literally
E-Blade.
use BKB.
Yeah, E-Blade just finished, by the way, on Morphling, like as that fight was winding down. So I think if he had it prior to that tower dropping, they might have fought it. But
So this is where I have issue with MYM. Great play early game, you know, with the Roshan Sale individual play all up there. In that particular engagement, Exist was at the top lane destroying a tier 1 tower. And then they did not defend the mid, so essentially they traded mid for top lane with a shotgun. Oh, the blink got canceled here from Exist, so the Grave came out, the silence did not hit, and now MYM's on full retreat. Unicorn, is he gonna die to Sunstrike? Looks like he hit this Enchantress. Blink impaled at this hit on 2. They really need to throw a lot more damage back. Unicorn waves in, they want to focus on Yo. Yo gets hurt, he is gonna die, but they lose the Morphling as a result, and now Puck with a lot of mana being missing, he's gonna get right-click down as well. Impale's gonna hit on 2 as well. Crit trying to do what he can against the tree. The tree does fall. Crit now on the run. He's still surviving. He Mech's on cooldown. Magic Wand's on cooldown. He goes down as well. Mini now trying to fly away. Fly away, my friend. He's going to get focused down by 2-3 heroes. This is where the standard MYM fails are coming out, man. Ultra kill on Sadoy. And this is a guy that had nothing but a Vanguard. Now he has a complete mech. What is going on?
1,400 gold
Holy shit.
on top of that.
Huh.
Now, both carries died. So I guess
Morphling died first, though.
I mean, let's be honest. That was almost an unmitigated disaster for MYM. Like the Morphling suicided, Exist suicided, and then everyone else died. Like it wasn't great.
He seemed to. I think he must have lost vision on the high ground the more when he kind of shotgunned them. I think he lost vision. I had to wait for him to see him because it was really slow.
I don't know if he had enough agility to go for that kill anyway, though.
No. They had it. What mess up was Exist did not. I think his blink got canceled.
Yeah.
And he couldn't silence.
So he raining rift the ground, and that's why the Grave came out. But for me, before that fight happened, Exist was pushing a tier 1 top instead of TPing to defend the tier 1 mid. Because of that, the tier 1 rolled down, and they just lost like Visage as a result. I think it's when you're playing a lineup like this, it's more important to defend your towers and force fights because you have the goal lead. Before that fight happened, they had a 5,000 goal lead. Now it's down to 2,500. You need to protect your lead like that when you're playing for more of an early game lineup. And suddenly a mech comes out for the Bristleback. Luna has BKB finish. This mid game is going to look very ugly for MYM.
We also have to remember that Unicorn pretty much made the worst possible choice when he decided to go back in.
Wave in against 2-4.
Yeah. I mean, and he was already wove, right? Woven? Waved?
Weaved.
Wove.
The weaves is a totally different word.
Weaved.
I don't know. Either way. I mean, they
the name of the
reinitiated
skill.
on that, you know, in a situation where
The Blue Goose was bad.
I don't think there was any reason to go back in. pressure. They were still ahead. Like, why force an issue like that when you know that all you have to do is wait another, like, 30 seconds and then try again? Because they reinitiated with no E-Blade. And maybe Adaptive Strike was back up, but the E-Blade is the big thing, because if you're going E-Blade, then you need that item to fight. Like, why buy it if you're going to go in when it's not up?
Yeah.
I'm checking out Morphling's item. Looks like he's going to be going for a Black King bar.
I don't like that at all.
You don't like it? Why,
I think
why
it's
not?
really bad.
I mean, it blocks
Radiant's
Eclipse.
bottom tower is
The
under attack.
you think he should worry more about the physical damage coming out?
I
of
think a
Rustos?
Manta would have been 10 times better than a BKB.
I would have to agree.
You can mount out the calls now. The bristle snots.
Well, you can Manta just to eat more Eclipse instead of just making yourself immune to it and making your team take more damage.
And you can mount out a trio ulti as well.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, you could BKB out of Triol as well, to be fair. You know.
But you don't want to hold your BKB
That's
just for
true.
Triol,
That's
because
true.
in that sense, Triol actually counters BKB
Yeah.
against a team that you want to preemptively.
Oh,
Goodbye,
Lord.
y'all. Rip. He just got exploded.
One thing that he is doing well is finding these kind of kills here and there. They need that T1 badly. Because if you don't destroy this T1, that tree is constantly healing them back up.
I think they just go for this, honestly. Oh, they're going to spot out BZZ. Can I send him before the BKB? Replicate's going down. Poor little bug man.
Does it still have, if you make a Morphling replica?
The courier. No.
He's going to get it.
Courier.
Dana,
Leave, draw though.
Dana,
I won't catch it.
Guys, draw though. No, he's a...
Oh.
Has been killed.
Yeah, if you have a Morphling replica, does it still have the Morphling's hero name on the replica?
It still shows up as Morphling, like on a map. Like, not the hero, but, you know, the color.
Yeah.
So, like, if you're yellow, or orange in this case, it shows up as an orange dot. Bruno's having way too much fun right now.
That's too
Exist
much fun.
has Hex now.
Yeah.
23-minute Hex blink, that's insane.
Against a Bristleback?
Yeah, I think it's like the biggest counter at the Bristleback. Like
It's the biggest counter to everything, but you know.
well, Bristleback
it hurts.
especially.
Being a pig is good against all things.
I think it pretty much makes all the spells.
Which, by the way, did you guys receive that gem
Radiant's
from
bottom
our
tower
DreamLeague
is under
compendium?
attack.
I did.
Are you disappointed that it only counts your victory and not dream spells?
What's up with that,
I
Bruno?
am, yeah. That's not what we talked about. Yeah, we need to talk to Valve if that's the definite thing or no. I mean, at the end, it's in their hands. Why is this being going red?
Joel with a super preemptive grave there, just at 100%, went full panic mode.
And grave the wrong person?
Well, he thought he was going to...
Yeah, you know.
The thing is, he can't instantly kill Solo because he has 1400 health, but he can instantly kill Yol.
Yeah.
It was fine. It's fine. You know what else is fine? Minnie's almost got an Aghanim.
When are they going to go for the re-engage on the Roshan?
Another steal, that's the question.
Exist is probably going to get a 4-man core this time.
My heart can't take it anymore.
Well, the thing is, Luna has BKB, so if they initiate in the pit like this, I don't think Exist is going to have as nice of a time as he did previously. Wait for him forward by Unicorn. He's still got a replicate out if he needs to use that thing. No,
He doesn't have replicate.
He doesn't have a replicate out. Okay, he's just going to die. Some big throws going out here from MYM. Ace is going to get a stun on one, but it's just Yol. Galblack chasing him down on the high ground. He will pop Vendetta and walk away, but this is going to be, I guess, a free Roche. For
No.
RoX.KIS.
Exist. Drop your TP scroll, man. Make the plays.
He wants to, man.
That's why when he waved in, I was like, what's going on? Because I don't see the TP
yeah, I thought
numbers.
he had one out, because I
here we
saw...
He doesn't have the TP.
What? He bottled it. I don't blame him.
Unicorn is just questionable plays on top of questionable plays, man.
What do they say, Andy? M1's going to draft early. They're going to win early.
Oh, exist. He's gonna die for no reason.
He's going
Why?
to blink.
No, he's still dead. Maybe. Nope, he can get to the high ground. He can get to the high ground.
Get up there.
Nope, he died.
What?
I thought he was
Luna
gonna.
with the beam.
I thought he was gonna orb to the hill and
Yeah.
TP.
He
but-
kind of missed though, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Wasn't great. He panicked.
Dire's
He's no
top
Arteezy.
tower is under attack.
Because Arteezy never dies. Buybacks and dies.
In those situations, he actually lives more often than not. That's the weird thing. It's like he dies in like really weird ways, like
Yeah.
stupid ways, and then you're like, okay, he's definitely dead here, but then he lives. You know, it's unpredictable with his deaths.
Finished on Luna.
At the BKB, this is it's getting a little sketchy, man. I would say that MYM are still in pretty good shape because they have a decent lead, but Unicorn just keeps feeding. Like, how else do you put it? That was a feed.
They don't have a lead anymore. That goal lead is gone.
Should they not fight when they don't have replicate? Like, I don't see the point.
Maybe
Well-
he thought he had replicate when he waved in like that?
I don't know, man. It was still like 30 seconds on cooldown. I feel like that's pretty obvious that you don't have it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I thought he had it at the beginning too because he waveformed, and I was like, he probably has a replicate, so I just gave him the benefit of the doubt. Wrong. Feed.
Silly goose.
Yeah. BKB picked up now on solo as well.
Ace is fighting Roll in the jungle right now, but Sidor coming in, he has the mech, so there's no even point to engage. Yeah, Ace is going to get out. Crit is going to come in and drop some impetus? No, man. Just get out, please.
That's fine. The base armor. Just let that weave tick, man.
Which, by the way, like, also earlier when the engagement on Roshan was happening, Yo just dropped down weave on like 2 people, and they're like, yeah, come at us. You know, you have no armor. We'll take that fight.
Pretty strong combination with Bristleback, isn't it? It's, as Bruno said earlier, it's like ridiculous.
Yeah.
I believe that RoX.KIS have managed to come back so hard, like on the back of 2 fights, basically.
You know, is it a comeback?
Okay.
Or is it MYM?
It's a throw.
Throw, yeah.
Those waveforms, man.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why they never pick hard carries.
He went just a bit aggressive, I think, both times, and they had no backup at all.
Yeah, Goblock's got a gem too now, so it's going to be really difficult for Ace to make anything happen here. But he does already have Blink Force, so I guess in that sense he can still manage to get himself in and out of the fights, which is the most important thing for a Nyx, just to be disruptive, more or less.
All right, so Andy, I got a pretty noobish question to ask you.
Okay.
Personally, when I play carry, I have no problem farming for the big items. So I'll get, BKBs and butterflies and all that stuff. But I always have trouble carrying the team. In some ways, like, the suspect the unicorn waveforms and whatnot. What do you have to give tips to carry players out there in their own pop games who are, getting the right items but can't contribute to the same level that the items should allow you to contribute?
Are you talking just solely in terms of team fights, or just
team
in general?
Fights, yeah, or in general. Like, if you have any good tips.
My general rule of thumb is if I'm very overfarmed and I know the other team needs multiple people to kill me, I farm in the most dangerous positions that I can and get away with it.
And create space for the rest of the team
right,
to
so
farm.
you can let the people on your team who don't have that kind of farm the safer areas, and it just kind of makes your team more efficient. And when in team fights, I always try to prioritize the targets that I want to kill absolutely, like before anything else. Especially if I'm a hero like Morphling, who has the capability of taking somebody out. So Unicorn's been focusing Yol, which is the right choice, because he can't go for Sidoi, he can't go for BZZ or Solo now because he has a BKB, and going for the tree is a waste. So know who your target is before you go into a fight. Know who the highest threat is to you in particular, and farm as dangerously as you can without dying.
Yeah.
I mean, that's hard. That's like the hardest part, right? Like just being in a position on the map where, Mini is doing it right now. Mini is the one who is farming in the hardest spot to farm.
Yes.
But he knows that he's not going to die because he sees that RoX.KIS are currently mid. That's the kind of stuff that you want to do.
Yeah, this is what we saw out of AEI 2000 yesterday in the game against Alliance. And Mini's been doing this 2nd or 3rd time now already. He's been pushing that top tier 2. But unfortunately, I think the mid tier 2 is a little bit more important for the team right now, and they're having a lot of trouble defending.
Luna pushed so fast, especially when she kills the base tower, and like the glaives just blow up everywhere. When I play carry, the hardest thing I find is to know when to TP and not to TP.
Well, it's just knowing how strong your team is at that particular point in the game. Like right now, MYM knew they couldn't defend that. They're like, yeah, we can't fight this, so we're going to keep Mini top. We're going to do half the health of the tier 2 top safe lane in return for losing our tier 2 mid. So when you know when you can and can't fight, you can make better decisions on terms of, okay, we should just do this instead. And that way you're not just getting a net loss, you know what I mean? Like you're not just losing your tier 2.
Well, I think the big issue that MYM's going to have against Sidoi is that now Sidoi has a heart. So he literally can run into the entirety of MYM, and it doesn't matter if he dies because he's going to soak up so much damage that the rest of RoX.KIS is going to clean up. And obviously he's not going to die given the fact that there's Weave, Shadow Wave, and Grave and all that stuff. So heart is honestly just the nail in the coffin. I just don't think MYM can take it.
Yeah, I kind of agree. I don't know if they have the damage to kill him anymore. I mean, E-Blade Morphling is actually very bad against Bristleback because the burst damage is negated so heavily if he just manages to turn around. And even if you hit him just straight in the head right now, it doesn't really do anything to him.
So. They recently increased his turn rate as well, so he's like really fast to turn around.
Yeah. At this stage, like BKB for him, it's a game-losing item, man. It really is. He could have had a full Manta right now. He could have been working towards a butterfly, and then he could have just straight up right-clicked everyone to death, because E-Blade still stat speaking, is 40 agility and 10 strength, 10 it. So it's still a good item for the slot, even if you're not relying on just the Ethereal Blade proc. But they're going to find AZZ in the woods here. Stun instead of Vendetta. I like that choice. They're going to be able to take him down here.
Nice.
Courier actually brings him an Eagle Song, I think that was, right before he dropped. And Yul's going to get picked off at the same time. Teleport reaction coming in mid. It's going to be Sadoy. And they're not going to be able to really do much else, but
they're going to get a tier 2.
Yeah, they can push top, yeah.
Yeah, very, very good play. Unfortunately, MYM Mini lost the birds, but very, very good trade if you're going to get Luna on top of that. So Tower is going to go down at a very rapid rate. And in fact, I think RoX.KIS won to fight this. Do they have buyback on Luna is the question. No, he does not.
I think he just bought an item, like before he died.
Got the Eagle Song.
Solo's going to come in. This is actually fairly kind of dangerous to engage. BKB gets activated. He wants Mini, but he's taking a lot more damage. The birds are coming right in. Here comes a little bit of leaf seed action against Mini. Mini's going to go down as a result. Where's the rest of MYM? They see Solo force mana burn from Ace. They're going to get that 1 kill. Again, a good trade in my opinion. Getting a BKB charge for essentially a support.
I love the way he just like BKBs and Visage is just like whatever.
Okay.
I'm just
Nice BKB, bro.
You can still medallion him, correct?
Yeah,
you can.
Yeah.
He was medallion when he was getting annihilated. I think he actually might just go Shivas here because of that. Like, if I have, you know, that Mystic Staff in my inventory and I'm thinking about buying a Hex and I just get destroyed by Visage Birds, I'm like, fuck this, I'm making a Shivas.
Sure, yeah.
That was ridiculous.
Man.
Next Assassin's roaming around to.
I think when Luna gets the butterfly, it starts to get really, really scary.
I mean, they still have the Hex, so I think they still have weapons against them.
Then you have to think, like, do they hex the Bristleback or the
No,
Luna?
No, they always hex the Luna. Like
Bristleback
100%.
is a lost cause. Like, unfortunately, they're not going to be able to deal with this unless they kill everybody else. They're going to find BZZs right here, so here comes a shotgun. Impale. Oh, he went for the greedy, but the BKB came out late, but no mana for the wait for him. Stress swap! No, he doesn't have enough anyways. The BKB comes out, and they're going to... I think if he left the treads on intelligence before you came in with the replicate, because that does cost mana, he might have had enough.
I don't know, man. That was close. That was really close. He's going to be sad either way. And BZZ's going to be really happy because he's like, wow, I almost just died again. But I didn't die, so it was a happy day for me.
I mean, MYM's making the big plays, but unfortunately cannot convert on that one.
Yeah, that's the problem with Shotgun, is that if you don't have, like, quick item follow-up, the whole point of going E-Blade is to make sure that you get, like, a lot of kills in quick succession and snowball another item on top of the E-Blade, right? Like a Butterfly or a Manta, not a BKB. Because then your damage just falls off so hard that the other heroes on RoX.KIS are able to recover and get enough HP to survive your combo. And even with the Nyx there, they couldn't kill him. So I think the E-Blade is actually going to turn, not necessarily be a bad choice, but it's going to kind of haunt him a little bit.
That's why a lot of people get Lincoln's and Morphing as well, because he has so much mana cost and all those skills. Like,
well,
not just that, but the ability to stay out on the map, you know, because of mana regen.
I don't know whether the Morphling has been tress swapping, and that's the reason you should always tress swap, because you don't know somewhere down the line that you're going to be missing 50 mana for a kill. A kill against the enemy.
Well, tress swapping won't give you 50 mana, unless you do it like 40 times in a row.
If you tress swap every waveform, and which is, you should do that.
He is doing it.
He is tress swapping, okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Or maybe he just started.
We got our eye on you, Unicorn, you bastard. No, I'm pretty sure he's been doing it.
Shotgun coming out.
That's a lot of damage.
It's like, what, 1,000, I think, between the two spells? So if you add waveform on top of that, then it's like close to 1,300, I guess, or 1,400.
The poison ball is chasing after him. Run!
You know, there's actually a bug with that animation that I think they might have fixed it, but when you TP away like that, it gets like affixed to your character. Once that one's inside the Roshan pit, they're going to find Yul. He doesn't manage to get the Grave off. Ace stuns him mid-animation. Going to force stab himself away. Exist, unfortunately. Not going to be so lucky. He does have a phase shift. He should be able to blink here.
Don't blink the wrong way, my friend.
Holy shit.
Wow.
That was like disgustingly good timing.
Damn.
Like, the deafening has to be on the hero when you leave phase for that to land.
And you don't know when he's going to leave phase, because, you know.
Well, I mean, if you hit him right before he phase shifts, then it's pretty much assumed that he has to come out at the end, because that's how long you have to wait for the blink to come off cooldown.
I guess.
So, I mean, still, really good.
Some damage over time spells that actually tick in time for that as well.
Yeah.
Like, if you did Ice Wall, it might actually tick.
Sadoy going to town right now on crit. He's just like, yep, come at me, bro. I got a Hyperstone. He's going to get E-bladed. And Crit is just like, I'm moving real fast right now. Here comes a stun. Crit's just going to casually TP away and gets forced away.
Damn.
Really nice.
And this game is showcasing that all of these players have great individual plays.
Unicorn wanted to go for I don't know. He just waveformed in and then went to his replicate. Weird.
Maybe a little bit of damage. Mini's going to be pushing up top, but the Roshan's going to be going down. Speed of light because these goo stacks. There's a hyper on Bristleback. Once the AC comes out, I think Sador is really the real carry of this lineup. I mean, sure,
BZZ's pretty farmed right now.
He's pretty farmed, but the person that you cannot deal with is Sador. Like, they just... Sador runs your team, what do? You run away.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, the thing is, he had such a bad early
I know,
game.
right? Like, he had a Vanguard trend, and
like, now he has become power.
Yeah. Well, they gave him that ancient stuff.
No, Fata's power, right? He's nowhere near Fata right now.
I don't know.
What?
Can the other team
Okay, let's
kill him?
consider this. Okay, Sadoi had a way worse position. Y'all fed, right?
Okay.
So let's be honest, it wasn't great for him. And Fata got a mid lane.
Alright, mid lane there's a blink on Yo, it's gonna get a little bit help here, but he is gonna get brought down to the overgrowth. It's gonna lock everybody in place. Exist is gonna phase and try to blink himself out of it. Is this tier 1, by the way, still alive? Exist. Coil on 2 is gonna survive. No phase. He had phase online, did not choose to use it. The centaur's doing a little bit of work, but that tier 1 still survives. This tier 1 is haunting them right now.
I don't know if he had phase. I think it was like...
He had phase.
That tier 1 makes Roshan so annoying for MYM. Like, the fact that thing has been alive the entire game. Shout out to Tree. Just keep rubbing your leaves on that building, man.
They've got it down to like 20%, like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, it's so frustrating to just be like, how can we not kill a tier 1 at 38 minutes into the game? Oh, Godblack. He's overstayed his welcome. There's a gem, though.
He's with his people. He's fine.
Yeah. BZZ's here.
I really think Morphling at some point in time should have went down their Mantas, like backdoored it.
I think that probably would have been a decent choice as well. There's just like Sunstrikes on cooldown, by the way. Solo's just like invoking it and using it. He's going to drop quite low here. He does have cheese. Going to go ahead and pop it. They're going to catch out Ace, Hex. Are they going to be able to force them into the base? Force them into the base? Yep, nice care pace.
The mech came out.
BKB was popped by Solo. I think that maybe was a bit premature. They should be able to get this tower regardless, though, I think.
He does look fabulous.
There's still an Aegis on BZZ.
They're waiting for Exist to come back. Coils up in 10 seconds. Wow, Exist is playing
He wants to go
ballsy.
ham.
Yeah, he does have the Hex to actually initiate on anybody, but I think that's a good choice. BKB is down, though, perhaps, so that is the perfect time to go. You can see that Go Black. He is invised up. He's looking for the Overgrowth. He's walking in. There's no detection. Overgrowth? Gonna come. They want the Morphling to strength. I mean, no replicate. Everything being bursted down. Strength more, keeping alive. BKB with no waveform back out. Ultimate on Puck is down, and it's not looking good for MYM.
Yeah, crit. He's going to get the goo.
All the 4 stuffs.
He's still good. Impale?
Beautiful.
Ace is playing really well.
Yeah, he is. Crit like 3 times.
I feel so bad for MYM because it really feels like Unicorn just lost the game. Like, I don't often just say like one player just really underperformed, but he suicided twice at very important times, and that just like allowed RoX.KIS to come back. But they're going to try to chase it out. They're going to get a Hex on a BZZ. Exist is still here. Coil on cooldown for another 50 seconds. Ace continuing his pursuit as well. He's going to blink in 1 second. Silence actually only hits on 1. Solo going to pop the BKB. Exist is going to go down here again, and now they want to continue fighting this. BZZ is just incredibly tanky right now. He's dropping a little bit low impetus onto Solo. Dies. Crit gets the kill. BZZ going to get his Aegis popped. Are MYM actually able to win this fight? Luna's going to be repopping in just a second. Sadoi is so unbelievably slow. They will be able to... Oh no, the Graves there. Ace, he's going to drop low. 4 stats into the river. Sunstrike doing a tiny bit of damage to Sadoi. BZZ eventually does fall. Unicorn just running away from the god that is Bristleback. And now he is also on the run, and they're going to be able to take him down here, I think. Just maybe Unicorn has so little mana. He can't be killed. He is not a mortal man. Just kill the tier 1.
Oh no, Sadoi wants to re-engage. He's got the tree armor. Exist is coming right back. The Coil's going to hit on Solo. Solo does not have BKB. He's going to get brought out. You want to take the Unicorn down with him. Unicorn's going to pop his BKB. What a late BKB.
He's so afraid.
Oh my goodness. So there was that buyback from Exist. He died in that chase. He got Hex, and the Eclipse just took him down. He bought back, upgraded to Boots Travel, and teleported to one of the birds. But the birds got killed by the Glaives. That's why Puck came to fight so much later.
The Bristleback.
Quill Spray. So MYM could have won that a little bit more. But again, like I said, Sadoi is unstoppable.
He's going to have a full AC the next fight, too. Well, he's saving for buyback right now, I think. But Visage has his AC as well.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
He's like, nope, not today. Just blinks away.
Go Black has a gem, and
Oh no, they're gonna catch Sadoy. This could be huge if they manage to take him out. Not having Sadoy, he actually bought items. He bought items though. The Gray's gonna be there. Yeah, they won't be able to kill him. I was gonna say that could be huge because he just finished his AC.
No, they did. Like they have living armor, grave, heal, 4-step, mechs.
Whatever, man. I'm just saying if they did kill him, it would have been huge.
And they're getting tier 2s.
Slaying the giant.
I mean, that team fight looked alright for MYM, but you gotta keep in mind, they got an Aegis out of Luna, and they killed her, but they used buyback on Morphling as well as Puck, which is, you know, their 2 cores. So, it's not all dandy in MYM. And again, they still have not a single way to deal with that Bristleback.
Another hex.
The Nyx has a hex now.
How many hexes is that now?
2. Yes. Unless Luna decides to buy one. I guess that's like a thing now. Carriers just buy hexes. But
Visage does have an AC, so that's a way to start. I think if he does actually pick up a Deso, then they do have enough to take down Bristleback.
yeah, he actually was dropping fairly quick
Yeah,
when he was retreating from mid. Or even, you know, the first or second time, take your pick, right? Because he actually kind of got caught out twice. But either way, smoke up here from RoX.KIS. Roshan is not going to be up that soon.
I don't know. Bristleback's one of those heroes that until he actually dies, you don't ever know because the region of that hero.
He's forever, man.
Yeah.
He is forever.
It's so deep.
Ace is just kind of like chilling out here. It's like I'm gonna find somebody. He's actually gonna be able to reveal BZZ's smoke, so BZZ knows something's up.
Is Satanic? Did he?
He did. He just spent all his money.
All those birds.
Oh, that
Go
goes.
summon.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Now, how can you kill him? It's getting scarier and scarier.
Yeah, BZZ is now he's not quite as tanky as Sadoy.
Yeah, he's not even close. 1 hex, and he's done.
Isn't it kind of the
1
same
hex
for,
with proper focus fire, and he's done.
It's kind of the same for both of them.
No, Sadoy takes like 2 hexes, focus with 3 birds.
2 hexes, an RP,
Rocket launcher.
rapiers.
Pretty much.
You gotta have everything in the game to kill him, more or less.
Look at that beautiful camera angle.
What camera work? Look at that necklace, it's just flying in the wind.
By the way, this reminds me of how Bristleback used to be, like Dota 6.4a, for those of you guys that watched it that long ago. And you just basically pick Bristleback, farm a relic, and the other team just taps out. Because that's the game. Because once Radiance came online, I think Bristleback, the passive was much stronger back then.
Yes.
And you would just never, ever kill that thing. And because everybody got Blink Daggers in those days, you never get the 2 hexes. So there was no way to deal with that hero.
What about when Blink Dagger wasn't put on cooldown from damage?
That don't matter. He just runs at your base.
He just runs straight through everything.
Yeah, runs through your base, and you're like, well, you know, game was good.
I was more just thinking about the clowny games where everyone bought a blink on every hero because you could just blink away from everything.
Yeah.
That was so ridiculous.
No, that's the wrong game. That's League of Legends.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Well,
But their
every
blinks are on
5
like
minutes.
5-minute cooldowns.
Yeah, every 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And it's like 200 range. Back into the game.
What a segue.
That's not even a segue.
It's kind of.
I just said back into the game. It's not a segue.
Oh, they're baiting Sadoy, man. If they blow 2 hexes on him, it's going to be pretty bad. They're going to come in right now. Sadoy's going to eat Vendetta and a hex. I don't know, man. I don't know. He's trapped after half HP, but here comes Unicorn. Oh, no. Exist gets pulled up on the back line. It's going to be Goldblack giving a big overgrowth. They all get out of there. Crit, I think it's going to be yet another sacrificial line. Goldblack wants more than Walking Tree. Else.
I mean, if I saw a tree walking at me like that, I would probably shit my pants.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
That's some.
He's still got a blink. He can blink forward here. But I don't think he actually has vision. And he doesn't have team either. The rest of his team are bottom.
Does he need a team, though?
Probably not. Unicorn's just casually pushing top in the meantime. No big deal.
What do you think? He should get Boots of Travel, I think. Boots of Travel and Morphling is
Well,
like...
he needs like another carry item right now. He needs like Butterfly. Heck, he might even make like an MKB or something. I don't know. Actually, no, I think Butterfly is still better because it's beneficial to the combo.
Yeah. You feel bad getting them kind of items, like online Morphling.
You want them stats, man.
Yeah, man.
Them stats. Butterfly, Scotty. Just go ham.
Dire's top barracks are under attack.
Their base is about to go
do
ham
have
because no base tower against Glaives, man. Look at them blade bounces. Where's the
Morphling's
Morphling
pushing
coming back?
top as well.
Yeah, they're going to go for a
Ace is
base
under
too.
two. They're going to be able to kill solo, maybe.
I think so. They need a shotgun and waveform. They're going to come right in solo, dropping no low for BKB. But here comes the Superman. That is Noah Sadoy. Push is done. Meanwhile, mid has gone down thanks to Luna.
Has fallen.
Yeah, you can still lifesteal with Scotty.
No, I'm saying, like, if he got those 2 items, his inventory would be full. He wouldn't be able to buy another item. Because he would have his last. I mean, if he doesn't want boots, I guess he could get lifesteal.
Yeah. Get a blink dagger and put on the courier or something.
I think it's legit. Like, swap them every now and then.
Yeah,
just blink whenever it's off cooldown. Can the courier blink since it doesn't cost mana?
Jesus.
I don't know.
Dun, dun.
I just thought about that. I was like, wait a minute.
I don't think you can.
Yeah, I don't think it can either, but it would be funny. Ace, he's got his gem.
I wonder if you can blink, does it put on cooldown? Like, you're dying in a situation, the courier's
you
coming
can't
and
even
blink.
use like salves anymore.
Yeah.
So it's just wishful thinking. It would be
But
funny.
you can't use wards.
Your
either.
courier blinks, so you deliver the blink and use a blink to blink away? Damn. The plays.
Jesus.
That's something Arteezy would do.
Yeah. So I think this is actually a good segue from the question that you asked earlier, Bruno. Like, does 4 Protect 1 work?
Seems like it doesn't.
Seems like it doesn't, man.
I mean, maybe against 4 Protect 1.
Well, I mean, maybe one uniform doesn't...
Well, RoX.KIS have 1 and 3 protect their 1 because Sidoli's the other one. That shouldn't really count, but they're going to be able to get an Aegis for Unicorn. So this is their all-in, I think. This is their time. This is where they fight them.
I mean, okay,
Unicorn sold as Midas.
Mostly watching this game, of course, and not casting this one, but I think that I think MYM is not as doing as bad as you guys think. I mean, they're still 10.
No, I don't think they can't win. I just think they're not in a great spot.
It's just they even like they're 12k ahead in experience, which at this point it means less and less, but it is pretty interesting for them. I think if RoX.KIS fails in one team fight in the way that MYM failed in the past, it's so easy for MYM to take the Raxes as well. They just can get the Visage Bears, and Morphling does so much damage, so they can't be too comfortable, RoX.KIS. They just lost the Aegis and the Cheese, and that will give some breathing room to MYM for the next couple minutes. I don't know, maybe it's a 79-minute game for Lumi.
It could be.
I mean, that's good and dandy. When have we seen Sidoi die?
Actually.
No. When's the last time we seen Sidoi die?
Not for a while.
Yeah.
Not for a long while.
And, you know, Bristleback, we were talking about he's not the best 6-slot hero, but that's a more traditional...
Oh my god.
Now, is Sidoi an ancient?
Because
he
Vision.
gets hexed!
He can't go to the orb.
Forced off.
He's stuck there.
He's not having a great time.
He's got blink.
You know what?
The whole tree's being destroyed.
Yes.
And finds him. He's got face, he's got face, he's got orb, he's got face. Get out of there. I mean, this is space created. Look at Bot. The birds are going for the towers right now, man.
Oh my god.
I mean, I think this is big plays by Exist right now. Yeah, towers down to about half HP. It doesn't matter because they have Treant. Are they still going for the puck?
These birds are annihilating this tower.
Yeah, the birds are going on the tower. The siege and me walk on, go.
Oh, the tree armor.
It's gonna get annihilated, right?
No.
They don't do
No,
it.
no,
They
no,
don't do
no.
it. They don't do it. Yeah. It's only 10 damage.
Wow. That was cool.
I mean, I don't think Exist was close to dying because he had a Hex as well.
And cheese.
Or cheese,
Arteezy would have killed all 3 of RoX.KIS, by the way.
Okay, man. Arteezy would have died, buyback, and died again.
He would have orbed, gotten a kill, bought back during the orb, and then killed the rest of them. Just saying.
All right, man.
I'm gotten you like 50 points in the fantasy league.
Hell yeah. I got to kick Bai's ass even harder this week. But no, I think Bruno brought up a really good point. It's not to say that the game is over by any means, but it's just kind of hard for MYM because I feel as though RoX.KIS late game is just a little bit better. Because Enchantress doesn't really do much at this phase. It's not like she
Wait,
has...
hold up. She has another Hex.
Yeah, but she doesn't have like Mask of Mana. She doesn't really do a whole lot of damage, and she only has 1,000 health. Like, she explodes, right?
Or
I think she does a couple of interesting things in this game. So the Force Staff and Meg, obviously we know how good they're for the team. I think being able to enchant a particular illusion from Luna is actually much bigger than you think, with whole things like Butterfly and Synthetic on top. And now a Hex starts to make her actually, like, she's different from the usual Enchantress that matters in the late game with Acceptor and, you know, a big damage. But I think she does matter.
Yeah. If you get the... If you enchant the Luna illusion, do you get the aura?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a lot for the team. I mean, just getting like Glaive bouncings for you is a pretty big deal already. Because it does do a lot of damage.
I don't know, man. I'm not sold. I'm not sold MYM can win this.
Is this the longest game we've seen?
I'm more so than
No,
MYM
it's
could win this than before.
Actually, it's close to the longest,
Yeah.
but I don't think it's the longest.
And right now, Ace is coming in. He's
Oh,
going to get the
godlike.
Hex, but oh no, it's going to be a bait. Ace is dropping fast. He gets 4-stat back. Where's the mech? Not going to be using that Blink Overgrowth. And Ace is going to get bounced around like a ping pong ball, but he dies. He drops a gem, and now Enchantress trying to TP out. He makes it back, I think. Poison a little bit too late back on the top, though. It's going to be Exist trying to backdoor the range racks. He's going for it, but not enough base damage. He's still hitting it.
Need them phase boots.
I mean, again, space created, right? Like, he's just making the entire enemy team chasing him. Fine. What? Absorbing. Oh, the tornado? It's okay. It's okay. What? He
He got mini stunned. He couldn't go to his orb instead.
He had cheese, too. What? I guess it's not worth to use the cheese, I guess.
Yeah, he would have. I mean, he might have been able to live a little bit longer, but I think it's better to keep the cheese for the fight than it is for you.
I think he
doing
should give
whatever
it to
he's
the
doing.
Morphling once the Aegis runs out.
It's good.
5k up on Morphling again. What do you get now?
Sell the BKB.
Sell the BKB.
You
Game
can't
losing
sell the
item.
BKB.
Well,
Drop the BKB
you
on the
definitely,
ground
You
and
definitely
yell
go
at it.
bots first before anything.
You BKB.
We're talking about Morphling here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you definitely go bots first before anything. And then you go scouting.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think he needs bots if he has a replicant. Many. He has buyback. It's fine.
And some, actually. He has a
Yeah,
couple of
he's
chains.
like actually rich. And Ace is going to be up in a second here too. But this is still kind of a problem because now all RoX.KIS lanes are starting to push out a bit. Mid's already inside of MYM space. And Sadoy's just going ham on the tower. Exist still dead for 20 seconds. This is a horrible time to be dead for 20 seconds because you really don't want to have to waste your buyback on a 20-second rest timer. But you might have to. Birds are going down as well. Solo pops the DKB. They're going to do a little bit of damage to Crit. Unicorn also going to retreat. But Solo just getting eaten alive by the bird damage. Mini going to throw out another Solo Assumption. Yol just gets popped by Unicorn right away. They already managed to take down one on the side of RoX.KIS. Can they continue to defend the base? Luna's just going to town on the racks. Doesn't even want to try to fight this Exist. He gets hexed. As soon as he gets back into the fight, goes down again, but still has buyback. He will use it. And now we're going to see a cheese, or Satanic, used by BZZ. They just can't take it down fast enough. Morphling's going to be responding here in just a second. A 3-man coil. Solo in the meantime picks up a double, taking out Mini. Unicorn dropping low as well. They're going to be able to take him out. And he also is going to be forced to buy back. It's a triple for Solo. The Rax dies as well. And I think...
They just completely ignored Bristleback.
Yeah, they can't kill him.
Yeah, just ignore him. He's
When
not
had
there.
Bristleback last died?
Oh,
They killed Luna. Maybe they're going to try to chase this out. They want to keep going.
Luna
Oh, yeah,
fights back,
never mind.
and that's
It's over. It's over.
True carry of the game? Bristleback.
What a space
Not
creator.
even close.
Radiant's ancient is
Oh, Mini got the last kill.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the game, it's like the Morphling can't do